Good morning and welcome everyone to my channel and podcast. I'm your host Anu Chadha, the founder of an export house, a wellness coach and mentor specializing in helping entrepreneurs in establishing their businesses and building strong relationships. I've been a panelist at the MIT Asia Business Conference in Boston. I'm also a lifetime fellow of Sunfo International, Sri Lanka, and I recently launched my own YouTube channel, Anu Chadda Wellness, where we talk about everything connected to wellness because I enjoy conversations which are meaningful. Viewers, let me ask you a question to reflect on. What is the definition of luxury? In a philosophical and health focused sense, we can say having a healthy body and full functionality is a form of luxury because it allows us to experience life more fully with fewer limitations. Related to this, today I'm bringing you an inspiring story that merges technology and humanity. It's about an Indo Japanese venture called InstaLimb, a company revolutionizing the way deformity of the limbs can be addressed, a company which makes 3D printed prosthetics. Now, what are prosthetics? These are artificial devices made to replace missing or damaged body parts, such as limbs. Now, before some of you might start thinking, this is not interesting for us because we have no such challenge. Let me tell you, knowledge of breakthroughs in technology, sustainability of human wellness, they are not just buzzwords. They're about everyone thriving. If you have ever come across people who don't have a leg or a foot, and then you see them a little later with no more trouble walking, no more dependency, who are now in a good mental space. Now, how does that look? This company helps you in getting a 3D limb. In certain cases, it could be as low as 24 hours. Imagine your body as a puzzle, and the prosthetic is the final piece that completes it. InstaLimb takes you from what you could no longer do to what you can achieve with your new prosthetic. It's like getting a tailor made suit, except it's designed for your unique body. It fits perfectly, just like it's meant for you, opening doors you may have thought were closed forever. You know what? I think there's nothing stronger than a handicapped person who has rebuilt himself. Data says there are 30 million people in the world who have deformity, this kind of deformity, globally who require a prosthetic limb. In India alone, over 1 million people have some form of limb loss, and diabetes alone is a major cause of people to be amputated annually. So, let's get started. Today, we have Shoichiro Adachi, the CEO of InstaLimb Group, who will tell us more about this. A big welcome, Shoichiro. Konnichiwa. And
こんにちは、ナ
thank
マ
you,
ステ。
thank you for sharing space and energy on this platform. Viewers, let me tell you about Chichiro. He has a background of industrial design and in creating solutions to improve quality of life through innovation and technology. He's a Japanese. He studied at the Kyoshi Institute of Tech, and his work at InstaLimb reflects his dedication to leverage his knowledge of advanced tech. And another thing which really caught my attention, Chichiro, is for all of you people who like coffee. Chichiro also served as advisor to Blue Tokai coffee roasters. My daughter just simply loves that coffee. So, Chichiro, could you start by sharing a bit about your personal journey and how you came to be a part of InstaLim?
Okay, and thank you for your introduction about myself. So, my name is Shoichiro Adachi. I'm from Japan. So, I came to India in 2017 before InstaLim. my journey started in Japan. So like I was working in Japanese company to solve the problem for factory automations. So after that, I started my own venture in India to solve the social problem, especially diabetic care as well as obesity care. So I started my venture in 2017 called Bluefit. So I brought a concept of keto diet. So now what I noticed after coming to India, so um, the food is super tasty. So I love curries. I love, chapati, naans. So, but it has lots of carbohydrates and it has lots of calories. So I found a solution to reduce the weight as well as glucose level to having the food, which is using the replacement of the carbs, using almond or coconut to make the chapatis. So, like I started this diabetic solution that is providing the diabetic diet food solution. So later on, that company is merged and acquired by Indian company in 2021. So I started serving the, consulting to lots of Japanese company to enter India. So InstaLimb was one of them. So yes, so now, starting from consulting to enter India. So now I'm heading the global business, including Philippines, India, Japan, and recently started. So thank you.
It's inspiring to hear about your journey, Shoichiro. And it's clear that your dedication and passion, they align beautifully with the mission of the company. So you say, and I read, that InstaLimb uses groundbreaking 3D printing technology to create artificial limbs. What makes this technology a game changer in the world of prosthetics? There are a lot of existing companies. What makes you different?
Okay. Thank you so much for your question. So now this prosthetics and orthotics is known as produced by very traditional and conventional method. So starting with um, casting by hand and carving and making the modification by hand. So it includes lots of craftsmanship. So now we digitalized this end-to-end technology using 3D technology. So we do 3D scanning instead of hand casting, and we do 3D CAD modeling instead of the hand modification, and we do 3D printing, or replacement with conventional plastic draping. So that reduces the cost from averagely, $2,000 to only $500 and the lead time from kind of 2 weeks to only 24 hours and increase the accessibility. So that is, we can do the remote manufacturing. We can do the scanning in the, let's say small island in Philippines or remote areas in India. And we do the centralized manufacturing in our factory to dispatch to the place. So that will increase a lot of accessibility. So that how we solving this industrial problem that is making the differentiation with others.
Wow, that's quite revolutionary. It's incredible how technology is reshaping lots of fields, and especially in the field of prosthetics. That's simply wow. So that brings us to another question. So InstaLimb's decision to expand to India. That's fascinating. You are in Japan, India, Philippines, and how did you choose India?
Okay, so that's yes, it's a kind of one of the most important question. So now, before explaining that, I have to explain our corporate vision. So it is to create the world where everyone in need can access high quality prosthetics and orthotics. That is our vision. So there are more than 50 million amputees existing in the world. So despite of this large number, only 10% of them can access to prosthetics. So that means 90% of amputee are living prosthetics. So our mission is to solve this problem through the power of technology. So now coming to the reason why we choose the Indian market. So that is because of in India, it has a largest number of amputee. So based on following our vision, so it's a very logical decision to choose the place where most of the people are needing. So that is the main reason why we chose the market of India.
Right, right, right. Well, that's a very meaningful choice, and I'm very happy for my country and people who are, suffering from this kind of deformity. They have the best 3D printing coming to them. Since InstaLimb started in India, what has been some of the most significant milestones or success stories? Anything you would like to share? And do you have any data or stats that highlight the impact InstaLimb has made so far?
So, as an InstaLimb, so far globally, we delivered more than 4,000 3D printed prosthetics. So now we are known as world first and only company who can provide the 3D printed prosthetic leg in the world. So the milestone that we achieved in India. So now we incorporated in India in 2022. So since that now it's very rapidly we grow. So far, our employee in India grow up from 0 to 100 in only 2 years. So now we have five clinic in nationwide. And the biggest milestone is like our business model is limited to provide prosthetics through our own clinic. That is, we invite the patient to our clinic and provide the patient to directly. So, but what we noticed is supposedly if we can provide the prosthetics, let's say um 10,000 prosthetics in a year. So that is large number. But with this volume, it will take 5,000 years to serve everyone who in need. So what we noticed after entering to India is our business model does not fit with our vision. So we decided to license our end-to-end technology to third-party providers. So we recently collaborate with one of the largest NGO in the world who provide the uh, you know service and prosthetics to amputee all over the world. Also, we recently with National Institute as well as government corporates. So they provide thousands or lakhs of prosthetics in a year. So basically, our solution can increase their productivity. So then, with the same resources, now they can provide the 1.5 times or 2 times of the volumes with existing resources. So that is the one biggest milestone that we could achieve in these 2 years.
Wow, that's clear that InstaLim is making a profound difference in people's lives. You've just spoken about giving employment to so many people. You and licensing the tech. That's, I think, a big thing. This will help really scaling up the whole process very, very fast, and it reaches a lot of people. So that's great. Um, what is the time needed to make this product, and how competitive are you?
So typically, the average lead time in this industry is, let's say, 10 days to 2 weeks. So that is the average lead time that everyone is doing. But now we can provide the prosthetics at the earliest, even within a day. So they can come our office at 10 o'clock, before the or 4 p.m. or 6 p.m. So they can bring back to prosthetics. So this reduction of lead time is significantly impacted to solve this shortage of prosthetics in this market that I believe.
Yes. And what about the price points?
So, this price, surprisingly, the beauty of this technology is even we can reduce the price as compared to market price. So in India, I would say it's a most price competitive market in the world. So despite of that, the average cost of prosthetics is typically 40,000 to 60,000 rupee per limb. So, but what we are selling to the patient is less than 30,000 rupee. So, which is very much reducing the cost, but without compromising the quality. So, even the quality of prosthetics is much better than conventional method. 3D technology can increase the comfortability or fitting to the patient. So yeah, that that is the pricing range that we provide. Yes.
And this is very heartrending, very encouraging to hear about. The price points are that they're super, and coming that it's all 3D printed and it's so precise. Like I just talked about having a tailor fit suit. And at this sort of a price, when you say starting 30,000, I mean, I think it's fantastic. Thank you very much. It's very nice to hear about all this. And are there any upcoming technological innovations or developments you would like to tell us you're excited about?
Yes. So, as InstaLimb, we started from prosthetic leg. So, so that is because of the largest demand in this industry. So, however, we recently launched prosthetic upper limbs. So even not only prosthetics, even we are now planning to expand the product range to orthotics as well. So that can support many patients who got the fracture like injuries. So yes, so that is what I'm excited to provide the product in India.
Very nice to hear about these advancements. And the future certainly looks incredibly promising, both for you as the producer and for people who are actually going to benefit. Yeah. Um, Another question I would like to ask you is that, what challenges and what opportunities did you encounter while you were setting up operations in India? Were there a lot of challenges?
Yes. So now that's the kind of first question when we entered to India. So how we distribute to those many people. So in India, as per the article, it says there are more than 5 million amputee is existing in this country. Even the most of population are not in the metro cities. They are actually in remote areas. So basically, that is the kind of challenge we faced at the first point. But now the strategy of us is to collaborate with uh, NGOs, local governments. So we license our technology to government corporate or national institute or NGOs. So who are currently providing prosthetics in those areas. So we can indirectly provide our 3D printed prosthetics to those beneficiary through the partner. So that is now how we are tackling for the challenges. Yes.
That's impressive how you maneuvered and made your own road forward through the challenges. That's great. Uh, a little a holistic question now for you. You know, Japan, in India, when we talk of Japan, we always think of the word ikagai.
Ikigai.
So,
Yes.
ikigai, how would you define ikigai? And in what ways do you think the concept of ikigai can inspire people globally to find meaning and balance in their lives?
Yes. So, ikigai is a very, very known word in Japan. So, there are certain definition that even not Japanese, other country foreigners also can understand what is ikigai. But if I directly translate the meaning of ikigai, that is the reason to live. So that is the meaning of ikigai. So,
Right.
for example, yes. So now, for me, my ikigai is blooming the potential of people. What I believe is everyone have the very, very brilliant potential that they haven't bloomed yet. So my kind of ikigai is to be a, let's say, partner or to be a trigger to let them bloom. So, that is my ikigai. So yes, and I feel ikigai is kind of the most important concept for people. I mean, for humans. So that is the even kind of the reason human as an animal. So that I feel.
So beautifully explained. You know, it's coming for the first time I'm hearing it from a Japanese man, because that's from where this word originated, and it resonates across cultures. So now we have the fun side of the interview. Some quick fire questions. Are you ready for that?
Yes.
Okay. You have to give one word or a one-liner. So just
Okay.
enjoy the round. Okay. If InstaLimb were a superhero, what would its superpower be?
Okay, so I would say because we are really strictly aiming and strictly following our vision, that is to create the world where everyone in need can access high quality prosthetics and orthotics. So because of this reason, as I told earlier, so we decided to do not to monopolize the technology but we decide to license our technology to NGOs or governments. So maybe, yes, following and believing our vision to achieve is, uh,
Absolutely
yes, it's my
correct.
answer.
Right. And
Yes.
also, I think your superpower lies in the process of actually sharing the technology and licensing it, scaling it. So you're kind of open to the world for that, right? So that's your
Yes.
superpower. Mhm. What is common between Japan and India? What do you think?
It is very difficult to answer because many, many things, it's actually opposite. So Japan and India has very, very different culture. But one thing that what I found, it's very common is to care the guest, to care the people. So welcoming the guest, and caring the friends, family, people. So I would say that is the common thing between Japan and India.
Right, right. So caring for people and also in Japan, do you have do you have your family staying with you? Does it happen like that? Is that common?
No, yeah, my family is separately living in Japan.
Okay. What's the first word that comes to your mind when you think of innovation?
Okay, so I would say it's to solve the social problem. So I believe that is the meaning of innovation.
Right, right. So that's a social message there. Shichiro, coffee or tea to kickstart your day?
You typically drink 6 cups of the coffee in a day. Even before going to the office, I must finish the 2 cups of coffee. Otherwise, I cannot leave from the home.
But the Japanese tea is very popular even in India. Yeah, so whenever we go
Yes,
out.
green tea.
Yeah. And what's your go-to song for motivation?
Have one song that I really love, and maybe everyone knows that is a song called Country Road, Country Road. So that is my favorite song. Whenever I listen that song, so I come up my family in Japan, my hometown, where I used to live in. So that really encouraged me to work hard uh, in different other places. So
Okay. And if so, Shichiro, if you weren't in the prosthetic business, what would you be doing?
I would say, um, as I told I earlier, so my life mission is uh, my ikigai is to bloom the potential of people. So as a social entrepreneur, so definitely I would work on other social problem. What can how can I say, to bloom the potential of people.
Yes. And if you could meet any historical figure, who would it be?
Very famous historical person who is Winston Churchill. So why I like him is not because of the history what he achieved, but words or quotes that he um, remained. So there are so many quotes that I loved or made by him, but one is to improve is to change. To be perfect is to change often. So, otherwise the price of greatness is responsibility. How can I say those words always encourage me, especially for corporate management or so when I try to solve the social problem. So his leadership or, his strong leadership must, created those great quotes. So that's why. So I wanted to learn more from him. So
Yes, yes. And what's the one thing that you wanted to learn but haven't yet learned?
it's actually cooking. So, I mean, my dream now is to be a great chef. So I love, going for fine dining, to have good food. So those chef is creating the very beautiful. I want to be chef before I die or after I become another person after I die.
And have you managed to
Yes.
learn any Indian cuisine, anything which you like here?
So, as I love Indian food, so yes, I have ever tried to make butter chicken, which is one of the most favorite food. I mean, every Japanese love butter chicken. Yes, so but it's very difficult to, manage the spices. So, but but yes, I tried.
Yes. And what's your dream destination for a vacation?
So, whenever I am asked this question, my answer is space. So it's universe. So it's a not dream. My goal is to be into space business. So now I'm solving the now problem through InstaLimb and mainly working on in India. I stayed in India last 8 years. So because I found many problem, which is very big problem, but which is not yet solved. So I believe India is the first place I should be. But after India, so I always decided next is Africa. So after Africa, so my decision is to go space. So yes, even yes. So it's a kind of my goal, and even if you ask about the traveling, where you want to go, I always feel I want to go space. Yes.
Mm. Yes, yes, I'm sure, and I wish you good luck because even space is opening up, so you might have a chance of going there. So before we kind of close the session for today, I would like you to include a wisdom bomb, a moment, a powerful message for everybody. Would you like to do that?
Um, okay. So, what I always believe is there is a meaning to live. It's called ikigai in Japan. But what I believe is always everyone must have the reason to live, reason to born in this world. So what I believe is everyone can have the reason to born, reason to live. So that is kind of your, if you focus for that reason to live, I believe this world can be better and you will not uh, face any problem because you will definitely face many problems in your life, but always that problem will give you the opportunity to grow up. So that will serve to achieve your reason to live. So that is maybe my closing words to the listeners.
Yes, yes, yes. So what I hear is that you're talking about we all should have a purpose in life, yeah? And that considering every challenge as an opportunity. Yes, so that's wonderful, wonderful vision, a wonderful, way of a wisdom bomb, like I call it. Thank you, Shichiro, for joining us today and shedding light on this important topic. And to all viewers, I hope you all can find your Ikagai, pursue your goals, and live your best lives. If you would all like to learn more about InstaLim and their work, please visit their website. And to Shichiro, arigato gozai mashita. I understand in Japanese it means I look forward to your next achievements. Yes?
Dhanyawada.
Sayonara and bye for now. Thank you.
Thank you.